Hello everyone and welcome back to Innova Baltic Tour Championships 2017. First day, we have back 9 of the first day feature card coming up. My name is Anthony Endenen, once again in the studio with me, Markus Tvinjaninov.
Hello everybody, it's good to be back here, good to have you all here, and we're going to look some great disc golf here in Estonia, ending of the summer and some cloudy weather.
Yes, we have 2 players from Estonia, Männiste and Lätt. We have 1 player from Lithuania, Gricius, and we have 1 player from player from Latvia.
Yeah, and we got the first hole, hole 10, 75 meters, 246 feet, and it's a quite easy tunnel shot, or as I say, should be easy, but we'll see that Silver goes with the forehand, plays it straight and just finds himself a bit too long, and the pavement behind the basket is OB actually, so he's going to have to save a par from that line. And Robbie goes with a backhand, but just gets a late tree kick maybe, or finds his way to the OB also. And Darius, as a lefty here, goes also with a straight shot, and
can see where that ended up?
Yeah, maybe a bit short. And the small girl with big shots, Anna, here goes with a Nova or Atlas, I don't know, seemed like something like that, but just cranks it a bit high and over, and just lays it up for a par here. Nothing much to do here because the pavement on the back, as I said, is OB, so it's quite easy to float the putter too long and go OB there.
And Robbie was saving par after going OB with the first shot. Didn't make it, but Silver was a little bit closer and he got the OB3, saves the par. And also par for Anna. And unfortunate OB4 for Robbie. So 3 pars and one bogey from this, possibly the shortest hole.
So we're moving on to the So we're moving on to the hole 11. It plays as 200 meters or 656 feet, and it's I'd say a pretty easy birdie hole for most of the players, so you should have a birdie look from here. And the right side of the hole is OB, and as Silver goes straight to the tree is playing as Mando, so you have to play from the left side just as Silver does here.
And this is possibly the ideal shot for your opening drive, just to get that maximum distance and leave your disc on the left side of the fairway, so you have an open look to the basket. And just depending on the length of the first drive, you have a possibly easy upshot from there.
Yeah, and Robbie goes also with a simple backhand hyzer shot here. Should make the work and should be everything you need actually. Darius hasn't quite got the look for a birdie, so just tries to play for a bar, I guess, par, and leaves it a bit short, but I guess he stays safe. And Robbie just
didn't flip it over enough.
Yeah, and that might be even going to the And that's really OB, yeah. So that's definitely not that Robbie was looking for. And Silver plays with a simple backhand approach here, and
That should be easy one, yeah.
Yeah. And Anna playing for a par here, making the third shot. But
Does it stay in bounds?
goes maybe a bit too far, yeah, can't really tell from here. And Darius just laying it up from that side. And the OB on the right side is like 10 to 11 meters maybe, so it's not that far, but not that close. And Robbie almost makes the long comebacker there, but can't really connect as Anna too.
And Darius also leaves it a little bit wide.
Yeah, can't really get the putting going.
A nice birdie, almost ideal playing from Silver.
Yeah, that's the main strategy to play from this hole. It's 2 hyzer shots and you should have a birdie look.
Yeah. So yeah, lone birdie for Silver and 3 bogeys, Darius, Robbie and Anna.
So we're moving on to the 12th hole, 250 meters, 705 feet. And it's also a par 4 and should be an birdieable hole for most of the players who have 100 meters of shots in their package. And Silver plays with the backhand. Once again, it plays quite easily for either backhand or a forehand.
And that is also one of the ideal ways to go on this hole.
Yeah, and I don't know if Darius really wanted to cut from the left side into the slope there, but there might be a gap for a shorter upshot from there. So we'll see it. And Anna puts a pretty good move on that disc one. And
Yeah,
I think
she has that distance.
I think it's like maybe 100, 105, 110 meters. And Robbie also plays with a simple hyzer shot here. Should do the work for birdie.
Yeah, that should be a pretty good place to be.
And just when you're making the second shot, there's a, invisible net which is hanging from the big tall posts.
Yeah.
And you have to navigate through it. We can't really see it from the video here, and Darius finds the tree there but can't really get it on the right side, and
It looks like everyone misses the net and
the invisible net.
invisible net, yeah.
And maybe
Silver has played past it, so
yeah
should be okay. And
that should work. Yeah, that kind of worked.
yeah, nicely inside the 10-meter circle.
Yeah.
Now Anna with the third shot and finds another tree.
You don't really want to find that early. And Darius just plays it under the basket for a par. Anna has to save the
Par.
but can't really get it going. Yeah. And Robbie here for a long birdie look. And he connects it from the 16 meters. Make it slow as disc fish first ever here. Right to the center. That's a
nice.
good boy.
Yeah. That always gives you a nice boost.
Yeah, definitely.
After you make those. And Silver a little bit closer and gets the birdie.
Couldn't really get the slow-mo, but that's good enough for birdie.
Maybe next time.
Oh.
And Darius leaves it a little bit too low.
And he shows what's going on today.
Some emotions.
Yeah. You just let them out. And Anna taps in bogey.
Yep. So 2 bogeys, 2 birdies.
Yeah.
And a long nice one by Robbie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So Silver -6. Hole number 13, par 3, 120 meters, 394 feet. And this is probably one of the trickiest par 3s.
Yeah, the tricky part here is that you can't really go straight to the basket. You can't really go hyzer. You can go either a really laser beam low shot or play it as a forehand or a backhand roller. And as we Estonians don't have that much roller holes in our courses, it's not that common of shot for us to make.
And as you can see, they are getting the distance, but not really going under the basket. But
Yeah,
pretty good.
that's pretty okay. If you have a look for a birdie, I think it's okay.
Really, it's okay.
Yeah.
And as I saw one group playing this hole, 4 guys, everyone went with a backhand high shot, and 2 of them had a birdie look. So you really have to have a really powerful backhand if you want to go with the higher one.
Definitely. And Darius plays the par shot here to the 4 to 3 meters, I guess. Should be no problem. And Anna just cranks it over too much.
And leaves it behind the tree.
Yeah.
Silver has that look, but
It's a pretty long look, but just give it a bit run and maybe it will float in. And Robbie here just made one. Can he make it count?
no.
Just a bit too high.
We have to wait a little bit more for the next slow-mo. Maybe we'll get one.
And Anna can't really connect the par here, so should be tapping in the bogey. And Robbie takes a par. So does Darius. Finally gets the putter going.
And Silver on the 3-meter line.
Yeah,
Easy one.
just taps in. It's that kind of basket that if you tap in a par, it's okay. But
It's okay,
if you have a birdie look, then it's good. Yeah, and if you can make it, then it's even better because the first round produced 2 birdies, if not mistaken, only. So that kind of says much. So we got 3 pars from this hole and 1 bogey.
And Silver really giving it the run to be on the lead card on the second day.
Yeah. So we got the hole 14 here, 98 meters. In feet, that's 322 feet. And it's a tunnel shot. Actually, you can't go low, you can't go high. And the grass is pretty tall, so you won't get any skip with low shots. And Silver just leaves it a bit straight. But that's okay, I guess. If you're not on the OB, which is the pavement behind the basket, then
It's really close to the OB. That was a nice one.
Just clicking through the trees, really finding the way under the basket there, and nicely gets it done. And so does.
But Darius gets a skip.
Yeah, that's 11, 12 meters maybe. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
The only thing is you have that OB behind the basket when you want to go run it, but you have a couple meters there.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a pretty common spot for people to be, because they either click the trees or just late the first shot a bit too low. So you either have a look for a birdie or you have a 30-40 meters approach shot there.
Here we see Silver with that step over putt, but leaves it wide and low and wasn't really going for it.
And Darius just leaves it a bit short. Silver has a comebacker from 6-7 meters, I guess.
Probably,
and makes it easy.
That. Yeah, nice one.
And Anna here
Finally gets a nice
par.
A nice putt also. She has been struggling with those last couple holes.
And Robbie waves for friends, really waiting for them there. And Darius taps in the par.
That was a birdie look for Robbie. So.
Oh, sorry, mistaken. That's why he waved for the friends. You don't really wave from them if nothing's happened.
We have a couple holes left. Hole number 15, par 3, in feet 433, meters 132, and this is it's a birdieable hole, but it's a pretty long one, and you also have that concrete building in front of you, so if you leave it too low, you might be in big trouble. But
And the green really slopes a bit upwards, so it's a bit longer even maybe, and it's quite hard to get the disc do its work as you want it, because with the backhand you usually are going over the concrete thing there, but with the forehand it's possible to play the lower route there behind the tree and the concrete building, and Darius finds the nasty one there and just.
And also it doesn't play OB, so if you fall behind that one, you have to play there. Or if you're next to it, you have to play there. You don't get that lever. So
yeah, I think there were people who even had to play it
on top of it.
Yeah, on top of the thing. So it's kind of tricky there. And
I think it was during the Estonian Open when one person had to play inside that. So
yeah, it might be.
that was unfortunate.
And Anna just plays it for a par here. Robbie has a look, but just leaves it a bit
too high.
Left and high, maybe. Yeah. And Silver.
Once again, and you see from the flag there's a little bit headwind.
Yeah, coming from the field which is next to the basket there, so you can't really tell it from the tee pad, but when closing.
Unfortunate spit out for Silver.
Yeah.
That was his part.
Oh, some clapping. Anna, come on. Take your guns and gun them in. Robbie takes an easy par. Anna taps in a bogey.
So does Darius and Silver. So he played pretty nastily this hole. Only one par.
So Silver falls back 1 point, -5. And Robbie +3, Darius +4, and Anna +8. So we got the 16th hole, par 4, played as 176 meters and 577 feet. It's kind of tricky hole because you're starting up with a low ceiling and it goes uphill, and then once again tunnel shot after tunnel shot. So Robbie goes with a forehand roller, which is pretty good choice, I think, if you have it dialed up and you know what you're doing, but it's quite hard still.
But not too many players use that. I didn't see much. Usually they went as Silver with a laser beam forehand or backhand just to get it on that little hill or that.
If you get it to the upper side of the next hill, then it's like really good. If you get it to the slope, it's okay. So when you have it on the fairway, it's okay.
Good, yeah. Because once again you have this is a little bit wider tunnel of those trees, but still, if you're behind the first row of the trees, you're in a bad position because you don't have a good look to the basket.
So making a mistake here can be really, really dangerous.
Yeah, could play costly to you.
Yeah, and Silver.
Oh, nice skip.
Doesn't have quite much room, but makes it really, really count from there. And Robbie has the perfect spot to be, I would say, and plays it with the backhand, but finds
some
branches there, and clicks to the right side.
That was a nice approach from Darius. That
really
was
well
good.
done.
Perfect position for that left-hand backhand.
Yeah, he plays good for that. And then gets a nice one too. 7 meters should be.
She made the last putt, so let's see if she's getting that little feeling.
Robbie got over the concrete actually, didn't fall on the backside. That's good.
But that was still like 20-25 meters.
Yeah.
A nice putt from Silver.
Yeah.
After missing on the last hole.
Yeah, and just getting. And we see a slow-mo here. Come on, give it up. And this one goes in. 12 meters, no problem. Dead center into the brain of the chains.
That was nice.
Yeah.
And let's see. Yeah, Anna. And she has found rhythm.
Yeah. at last. And if Darius connects, yeah.
That is nice. So this hole, oh, we have Robbie also, and also a par.
So we took 3 pars and 1 birdie, which is pretty good, I'd say, for this.
For this hole, yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody gets a bogey or any like nasty kick
Yeah,
or
yeah, absolutely.
anything bad. So second to last hole, hole 17, 70 meters, 230 feet, par 3, and this is another tunnel shot, but this time you're throwing on top of that little concrete building or pavement, or how do you call it?
Yeah.
And you have to get it inside the tunnel, but there's OB like 2 meters behind the basket. Those stairs are already OB, so you don't want to go too far.
Yeah, I think it's one of the trickiest holes, and as being one of the last holes, it plays really well to make the tensions grow, and then people make kind of easy mistakes there, or it's not easy to make mistakes, or it really is just because the tunnel is really nice shot from Anna here. Yeah, if you can get it outside the trees, it's good. It's really good.
Although you still have to, if you want to go for the putt, you have to be confident, because as I told, the steps behind the basket are already OB.
And the concrete or the pavement or whatever it is there, it's kind of fast, so you don't want to run it too much even when going safe, because that might, I think it stayed in, but it's like really close, really close. And Silver saves the par. Anna has to settle for a par also. I think she stayed inbounds. And Darius with the back on, and Johnny McRae standard putting style saves the par there.
So everyone got the par on this one, and that is not a bad thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a pretty tricky hole.
Definitely. So we got the last hole, the 18th hole, which plays par 3, 512 feet and 156 meters. It's a long downhill shot, and all the pavements and the grass sides before the last ones are OB, and it's kind of go-to green where you have to just let it all out and trust yourself.
Yeah, you do have a couple grass parts before that are safe.
Okay.
The 2 ones that are next to the drop zone, but that is, let's say, it's usually for ladies. They want to play it safe and then under the basket and take the par. But usually all men are playing under the basket. This is the last hole where you can like get everything out.
And some style running from Darius here on the last hole, really showing it off how it's done. And let's see how Anna plays. Will he go safe?
That should be safe, yeah.
Yeah. Just
if that's it, let's see. Yeah, that is safe.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
So she only has like this one more grass part to go
over.
Yeah. And that is under the basket. That was.
I think
Darius is in the drop zone.
Yeah, and the drop zone ain't that close either, so it's not that easy. Although there wasn't that much wind as usually in the course at the first round, so shouldn't be that kind of hard.
No. Is it a little bit too wide? But is it? I'd say in 10-11 meters.
Yeah, and Robbie just leaves it a bit short.
He wanted that one more slow ball to end the round. Couldn't get it this time.
And Anna just misses the. Oh.
What is going on with that putting?
Darius, come on. 2 more rounds to go. You can still do it. So.
Silver takes bogey, so he was OB with the first drive, as was Darius. And that is it. Let's see the final results for the first round. So last hole, Robbie takes lone par. Anna silver with bogeys, and Darius with double bogey.
So it leaves Silver with -5, which is pretty okay. With the first round, I think he wanted to play better, but that's okay. You can go from there on.
And here we have the final standings after the first round. So Siim Isup from Estonia -7, Kristo Vaikmaa, Romet Keskla -6, and
Oh my God,
Vilenivo.
who's that?
That's you.
Suddenly
-5.
something happened.
Yeah, we tied for the fourth place.
Fourth place, yeah.
With silver. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We see some couple good moments from the first round, and that is it for the first round. Thank you, Markus.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you probably soon.
See ya.